Okay, so you're telling me, just to make this short so we can go back to the Stranger Things, that you guys honestly believe that, like, the solar system could have just been created just because of...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bang.
I do agree with that, and I just want to point out one thing that
There has to be a beginning.
There's a little bit off topic, but the one thing I really like about your show, last week, talking about eating ass. This week, how did the world start?
every episode's different.
It's time for the Garage Boozing Podcast.
What's up, nerds, and welcome back to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. I'm your host, the man with absolutely no plan, the Chase with the face for radio, Chase Sherga. And boy, oh boy, it is time for part 2 with Mike Weeden and Steve Brodt. And wow, if you thought part 1 was good, I know you're going to love part 2. But we're going to make this intro pretty short and sweet, folks. You know what time it is. It's time to sit back, relax, kick your feet up, crack open a cold one, and if you're really feeling fruity, take a shot. Why not? Because this week's episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast starts now.
Oh yeah, in support for the Garage Boozing Podcast, it is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped will help you trim up the family jewels to make everything nice and right for the ladies. Make sure that you're using promo code TGBP20 for 20% off your Manscaped products. Oh yeah!
Drunk people that ruin events is your least favorite, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so have you seen Stranger Things?
I have.
Have you seen Stranger Things?
I love it.
Me too. I love it too. Mouth breather. I fucking love. I just started watching that when I had COVID 3 weeks ago, and I literally watched the whole every single episode of Stranger Things, and I didn't realize that like they haven't had a season since 2019.
Yeah,
it's been so long, and now we're gonna have one this summer, hopefully. But anyway, so Stranger Things, you're like in the whole paranormal thing. You too, really. So like, do you believe in like another dimension?
Yeah.
What about the upside down?
For it's a different way of looking at it.
Yeah, I mean there's so much, like we don't know anything. You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, we know nothing.
We know nothing
about anything, and people hate that.
Do you believe in a higher power?
Like God?
A God,
there has
God,
to be
a God, something.
There could be something.
You really don't
There's
think so?
There's a possibility.
So this is why I'm going to call Steve an ignorant fool, and I love you very much. But like, listen to this, buddy. So we'll go back to the whole upside down Stranger Things in a second because I love asking this question. So people are like, no, I don't believe in anything. How the fuck did we get here? People are like, oh, the Big Bang. Where the fuck did that come from? Everything has a beginning. Science?
Yeah,
Okay, so what was the start of that science?
Literally.
Relax. I'm asking a question. I am the interviewer.
Literally anything.
Yeah, but you're
anything.
Like calling him an ignorant fool, right? I don't think that's right.
Well, so why I'm going to tell him he's an ignorant fool is because everything has a beginning.
So let me reverse this.
No, let me. If there's no higher power, no creator, how the fuck did these things become Big Bang-a-ball?
Literally just science.
No, because who made them? How did they get there?
You were making an excuse.
Nobody made them.
Science made them. Science is science.
That makes no sense.
You're making an excuse for something to happen. You're saying that a higher power has created. End of story. That's it. We don't know.
What created the higher power then?
Right.
So
exactly.
Everything has a beginning. What was the beginning of that? Science? Okay,
well,
but who made it? How did it get there?
Nobody has to make it.
But if you say God,
no,
who created God?
It's literally evolution.
No,
evolution.
Listen, I believe in God.
Right.
But like I'm saying,
who made God?
Even if you don't believe in God, like a God, a higher power, something. Like you said yes.
What?
Mike, you said yes, you believe in something. Did you not?
I believe that something has happened. I wouldn't say that there's one specific person or being that has created this. We could be in a globe that somebody's shaking up every once in a while. We could be in the Matrix. Matrix. Wow.
I'm the Matrix. And he's not even drunk.
Neanderthal.
We could be in the Matrix. I mean, all of these movies that have made some sort of creation aspect to it.
But my argument every time is how did it start? There's a beginning to everything. Something made the beginning to something.
Right, but why do you think that has to be
a higher power?
Like, why does it have to be something like that?
Because it can't just start.
Could the higher power just be science itself? Like
no, because where did it come from? Something put it there.
No.
You think that there's just this being that has decided that is there?
That's what I mean. So
where's that being created?
This is where my mind never wraps around it. Okay, you think whether it's God or a God or whatever it is,
Zeus, if you will,
right? Whoever,
Poseidon.
You think that some dude in like a loincloth somewhere.
No, because God's not a person.
No, you're talking about Jesus.
Okay, but okay, so if God's not a person, and Jesus just appeared, right? That's the story. Like
Jesus is the Son of Man. He's immaculate. He was created from
nothing.
well, not nothing. He Mary Magdalene.
I mean, I did like the whole church school thing and all that, and like
You took up space, but it's all right.
I definitely took up for sure. I was there for the snacks, my man.
But you know what? The
Snacks
thing,
were good.
like what you're talking about right now, is a monotheistic religion, which is the Catholicism, Christianity. Before us, there was polytheism. You just talked about Zeus. There's Greek gods. There's Roman. There's Norse. There's all sorts of mythology. We call it mythology now because we're like, oh, that's stupid. There's no way that existed. 100 years from now, that could happen to us as well with the way it is with our
I
monotheistic
think what
religions.
it is people, like humans in general, right? Hate humans in general hate. And this goes back to the paranormal. Hate not having the answers. Hate not knowing. Hate.
Oh, especially
the
more
unknown.
now.
Right.
I'm
So-
gonna slightly disagree with that because I don't want I know what I believe what happens when I die, but if I had the chance to actually know for sure, I don't think I would.
Well, no, I don't mean that. I mean like, okay, people that don't.
You know what I mean by that?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I get that, but I'm saying like, people are scared of the dark or the paranormal because it's the unknown. Why are you scared of the dark ocean? You can't see under it because you don't know what's down there. That's
I'm
the
afraid
unknown.
of being eaten.
Well, yes, but you don't know what's down there.
I'm
so
afraid of the
that's
dark in my
unknown.
own home. I'm afraid of somebody being in the fucking closet.
Well, that's I mean,
And eating you
that's
like
human.
Leprechaun.
But like,
Right, that's a human thing. That's
you know
not
what I mean?
me
Like
being worried.
People need to assign everything a reason. So, okay, how did it start? There needs to be a reason for it.
And
What
I
if-
agree.
What
with
if there's not?
No, but I
what
agree.
if there's not?
There has to be.
There's not.
There's a beginning to everything. Nothing
Yeah,
just
but-
has a beginning that
but-
doesn't
But
start.
did it?
Do you believe that chance exists?
Fate?
Well, why do you think that there has to be one person that created Earth?
I'm not saying it's
as
a
the-
person.
Why is there one entity? One
Doesn't have to be
being?
one.
So what is it?
There has to be something that you.
We
that
could
you're
be a
talking-
fucking molecule on a
Well,
fucking
no.
like Jack
Well,
and the Beanstalk.
You think
John.
about the
I
way
don't know.
think about this. The galaxy is in the universe. We are a solar system within a galaxy within a universe. The universe is expansive. We don't know how big it is.
Right.
It's
How
it's
the universe?
undefined.
How did it get there?
We don't know. We assume that is the Big Bang, but the thing is, the assumption is there because we don't have all the information.
But nothing starts without a beginning. Nothing starts from something. It doesn't just magically
Says
appear.
you.
No, there's just no logic behind that.
Because people are dumb inherently. I mean, we don't know anything.
We believe
about
that there
anything.
has to be a beginning and end because we live, we are born, we live, we die.
Time is a construct. Like
Time is something we've created.
Sure, but like,
so the beginning is something we.
What is the beginning?
so you guys actually believe that like the whole solar system could just be there just because?
So I
don't
think it's
know.
more. To me, it's more likely that it was some kind of reaction of something that we don't understand and we'll never understand.
But right, but how do the things that made the reaction?
It's
The
just how
chemicals.
matter's created. It's just how it works.
But how did they get there? Who put
Definitely not some dude in the
Yeah,
sky.
but you don't. But the thing is, you don't have the problem is, and humanity is this way. Humanity needs an answer,
Yep.
so they say a god,
X, Y, and Z.
a
Yep.
Zeus,
There has to be an
whether it's
answer.
polytheistic or monotheistic
No, but there
religion.
has to.
You believe that, and when you get older, trust me, there are a bunch of older people that I've interacted with that have become more spiritual as far as religion is concerned because they want to have a reason for why they're here. We don't have a reason for being here.
No, we're the
We
dumbest
are-
shit in the world.
Well, no, but the thing
It's
is,
like-
we are the world, though.
That's what I mean. But like,
And
if
we
you-
don't know if there's aliens anywhere else because we are
No,
in one solar
we
system.
know there's
What?
aliens.
No.
We know that.
Listen,
That's not
we
proof.
don't know for a fact, but
We as
we can assume,
normal citizens don't know. Our government knows.
we can assume that there are some sort of extraterrestrials or people or whatever you want to call them
Yeah.
that are in another galaxy, not so much a solar system. We're in a solar system within the Milky Way galaxy. There are other galaxies within the universe. It's a massive. I mean, you if you look at it all, it's insane.
Okay, so you're telling me, just to make this short so we can go back to the Stranger Things, that you guys honestly believe that like the solar system could have just been created just because of
yeah.
I don't know.
bang.
I do agree with that, and I just want to point out one thing that
There
I
has to be a beginning.
There's this a little bit off topic, but the one thing I really like about your show last week talking about eating ass. This week, how did the world start?
every episode's
That's it.
different. Every
That's it.
episode's different.
But no, I do like it. It could have been
There's no answer, and you're not going to
You're
ever
never
get an
gonna know
answer.
it. And that's why, like, okay.
Would you let your wife eat your ass? Don't tell
Stop
me she has.
asking
Don't
the
tell me.
she
question.
hasn't.
Okay, would you let her? Wouldn't you get a little
The
freaked
answer.
out?
Listen, the
No,
answer is
like-
the answer is always yes.
Yeah, why not?
Because
Try
you
it.
don't know until you try.
What if you
Don't
like it?
knock until you try.
Yeah, what if you
Yeah,
like
but
it?
a guy's...
Yeah, but I know I'm clean. I know I'm a clean person.
You shave your asshole?
No, that doesn't mean I'm not clean, though.
But you're a very hairy person. Like, you're
But
not
that- okay,
clean,
but
but
hair
like,
does not equal dirty.
No.
Your
Are
asshole...
you dirty? You have long hair.
No, I'm very clean, but like my asshole's not clean. It's a
Why?
asshole. Well, I mean, it's clean for me when
Okay,
I wipe
so
it,
but
but like,
listen, if you took a shower and you came out and you were literally stepping out of the shower and
is your asshole hairy?
It's clean.
no, but
Okay,
Do
thank
you kiss my?
Thank
Do you kiss
That-
face? You got hair on
yeah,
your
you
face.
got a beard on your face.
Yeah.
They've had studies that beards are actually dirtier than like pubic hair. But anyways,
Well, yeah, because you're covering the pubic hair.
my thought is this:
You wouldn't be uncomfortable.
Unless you don't have it.
dude. Why not? It's my wife. I'm
Manscaped.
not uncomfortable with anything. That's my wife. Like
You love your wife.
I do. And if you're not comfortable with your wife,
You have a
why
cool
are you?
wife.
I do.
So do you.
You absolutely should be able to
You should
be
be 100%
comfortable.
comfortable with your wife.
So what you're
Anything.
saying is your wife eats your ass.
No, I'm saying that if it were
If
it were
she's-
up in the air
if
and
I-
she was okay with it and I was okay with it, then you would be okay.
Why not? Like if I step out of the shower,
And she's like, "Let me eat your ass." You'd be like, "Okay." That would be your reaction. Your reaction would be like, "Okay."
I would say why not? Give it a try.
Listen, you don't knock until you try it,
That,
and my sex life is none of your concern.
right. It doesn't matter. Whatever you could get plowed by your girl. I don't care. That's all up
Right.
to
If
you.
you take a double dildo in your ass,
Yeah,
that's fine.
you. You do you, buddy.
This, okay.
100% okay because
But-
no one's worried about that because that's your private life.
But like long story short, God doesn't exist.
You don't know,
That's where I'm going.
the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. You don't know that for sure.
well, no,
I know. I went through church school. I know all that. I just think so. Okay.
we have information.
You know what
more
religion
information
is?
now.
You know what religion is?
It's a way to control the people.
That and
So is the fucking
And-
pandemic.
the fastest way to become a millionaire. You
Oh,
create-
yeah.
Create your own religion.
I wish I was Joel Osteen. God damn.
Dude,
Hallelujah.
religion is a business.
Yep.
That's all.
No, I
it
do.
is.
I do agree with that. There's a lot of churches
Mormonism.
and stuff like that take advantage of the
100%.
system.
I believe in.
Okay, let's not get too far
No,
into
no,
that.
no, no.
No, I believe in you live,
And then you die.
you die,
Who knows what happens?
you have, and that's the same thing. Like I'm in the paranormal.
Do you think there's an afterlife?
I don't know, dude. I've
We
seen too
don't
much
know.
weird shit.
Do you think yes or no?
I don't.
You don't have an opinion.
I don't know.
Are you
I
scared to
have no-
die?
No. I'd rather not die. Like I still feel like I have a lot left in my life to do.
Yeah.
But like,
So if someone broke in your house with a gun and was like, then you'd be
I would
scared.
defend myself.
You'd be scared.
well, yeah, everybody's scared of like that.
But like if you're on your deathbed and like you have like stage 4 cancer, God forbid, I hope none of you have that. I'm sorry to
That's
bring that up,
different
but, like,
because you know that
You have
there's-
time.
You have to, well, you know that if you have cancer and you have 2 weeks to live, you're
Right.
like, okay, I have to
You have-
figure out what's going on.
Right.
But you're
I'm
scared to
going-
die.
no, I'm not scared to
I
die.
think at that point it's a little bit different than somebody
It's
coming
not-
breaking into your house.
It's not the dying aspect. I'm
God,
scared.
I would be petrified.
It's not that. It's because okay. So think of it this way: if you die and there is something after, that's great. If there's not, you wouldn't know the difference anyways.
Right.
So what's to
guess.
be scared of?
And neither
All
would
right,
we.
so I respect both your opinions. My opinion is there has to be something out there, but these two,
well, no, it's an open book.
yeah,
That's the
we
thing.
don't know.
You don't know. You will never know
Until you're there.
until you're there, right? And
What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I don't say that often. So yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Draft Top. The Draft Top was designed to give you a better all-around drinking experience, and let me tell you how. You take your Draft Top bar tool, put it on top of your adult beverage, give it a little squeeze, not too hard, a little bit of friction, a little to the left, a little to the right, a little to the left, a little to the right, and wha-bam. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see me demonstrate this. If you're listening, I'm sorry, you just got to hear me talk. But yeah, then you pop your draft top off, take this, push it down just a tad, and now your beer just became a cup. So forget about wasting plastic, pouring your beer can into a cup, into a red Solo cup, if you will. It doesn't matter because now your draft top just made your beer into a cup. So now you can chug your beer a hell of a lot faster. You can smell the aroma of the alcohol. The experience of drinking here is just so much better thanks to Draft Top. So go get yours now. I want you to have one, you want you to have one, and you can get your own Draft Top at www.drafttop.com. And don't forget to use promo code GarageBoozing for 10% off site-wide. That's right. It doesn't matter what you get in your Draft Top cart, 10% off site-wide using promo code GarageBoozing. You know how to spell it. Don't be a fool. Buy your Draft Top right now. Treat yourself. You deserve it.
All right, back to the show.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, you know.
All right, so back to the whole
Neanderthal.
Stranger Things and the Upside Down and stuff like that. So like when you do the pandemic, I was gonna say.
When you do the pandemic,
When you do like the paranormal stuff, like are you? I don't really know too much about like alternate dimensions stuff like that, but I know that is a thing like people worry about. Are you ever worried about that? Like
No.
unlocking like something that like, and this is a realistic question.
Yeah,
because
no,
you do this for a living.
So this is super interesting, actually. Okay, so over the last like 2 years or so,
Because you know that show, they open the vortex.
Yeah.
They're fucking flying
so
in.
over the last couple of years, a lot of things have like kind of happened, that and like conversations I've had to kind of open my mind to different things. So, I've been able to work with Nick Groff, who's been on Ghost Adventures. He's been on TV for 20 years.
You have a lot of connections, man. That's
been
awesome for you.
Doing this for a minute. So
I know. And you're blowing up now. I love it. Follow Matt Steve Brodt.
there it is.
Wait, is it underscore? Or no?
No, it's just Steve Brodt. I post like once a week, maybe. It's
No,
like-
your Twitter's on fire, though.
Twitter's good. Yeah, Twitter's
Be
good.
like, hey, want me to go live? 200 likes. I'm like, what the fuck's this guy doing?
I said hi yesterday. I had 260 likes. It was the dumbest thing in the world. But thank you guys.
I get drunk in my garage. I don't get any of that.
So I had this conversation with Nick Groff.
Some nasty
A couple
shit
years
coming out
ago.
here.
Utica Club.
Utica.
And that's worse than like eating ass.
Okay. you
That's not
dumb
true. That
motherfucker.
is false. That is
Oh,
false.
so you're not a fan of eating ass, huh?
No, I'm saying that I like Utica Club more than I.
That should be the commercial. That should be a commercial.
And he hates Utica Club.
No, I
like
don't.
Utica.
No, you
I like
you've
Utica.
misrepresented me.
Oh my god. That should be the commercial.
That's the opener right there.
That's their slogan. I like Utica Club more than eating ass.
More than I like eating ass, and I don't dislike either one.
There you go.
But you don't love eating ass, do you? Well, you don't love Utica
Okay,
Club.
so all right, so
God, I hope
do
my
we?
mom
You want to
doesn't
do a
listen to
side
this.
stories right now?
well, hold on. He was
Okay,
saying
no. So
No, let's
Don't forget what you thought.
it's not about what you're speaking of eating ass. It's about the pleasure level of both individuals.
Sure, when the other person gets off, it makes me happy too. But like,
No, you lie because when you talked previously in episodes, now you like do some sort of research on this.
Mike is-
You have stated that it's more about your pleasure than it is somebody else's.
for me, yes.
He's a taker, not a giver.
Right. For me, it is 100% getting the other person off. 100%.
Okay, so
If they get off,
Same person.
then it
Hold on.
makes then it
Same
makes,
person.
Wait,
no.
wait. As a virgin, I can say like
You are not a fucking virgin.
As
Okay.
a virgin.
Okay,
Listen,
so-
I can tell you you're not a virgin.
I'm
And
sorry.
so can.
Your sister's prom dress.
There it is.
Anyway, so yeah, it's sex on a
Sorry,
sister's
Mom
prom
and Dad.
dress. We know
Squirt.
Anyway, so I get it. Like, yeah, the other person getting aroused makes me more excited, but at the same time, at the
No.
end of the day, what I care about more is myself.
See, but that's a different kind of person. There's a
Yeah.
giver and there's a taker.
Yeah.
People, some people, it's not that you're selfish. There's two different
No.
people. Like some people like to give pleasure, and that does just as much for them
Yes.
as getting it.
How do we get here from the upside down?
Well, we figured it out. Well, you asked me about eating ass and
Yeah,
something
we-
about
Utica
drinking
Club
beer
and
Utica Club.
ass and-
It's not about that. It's about
It's not the act itself.
pleasure. Right.
Okay,
It's
so when-
whatever. So male, female, gay, straight, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't care
if
about
your
that.
person that you are with is experiencing a euphoria that you've created. For me, it's
That's better. No,
yeah. For me,
100%.
that's a plus. That's a positive.
Yep.
I've done something that
You
that
did
person.
that.
Yeah, I did that. Right.
Look what
so,
I did.
Right.
I know, right?
Right. I mean, I've got a kid on the way, so I mean, look what I can do.
There's Mr. Weeden and Little Weeden.
That's right. So surprise.
I can't wait. I can't wait to meet Chase.
It's not going to be Chase. It might be like second middle name, but that's it.
Wait, really? Is that a
No,
possibility?
not a chance. I might call him Chance instead. Not a chance, but yes, a
No
chase.
chance.
It's
Oh,
Owen, right?
chance.
Oh.
It's what?
Owen?
Owen. Yes.
Can we say that, or is that
Yeah,
allowed?
no, that's fine.
Owen
Are you sure?
Neanderthal
Yeah,
Weeden.
it's Owen.
Fuck
Mike-
the fucking
Owen
Neanderthal.
Neanderthal Weeden.
No, it's Owen. It's Owen Michael. Because I mean,
Rip.
it's got to be.
Rip.
Yes. So we got a good surprise on the way. But anyways, back to the sexual pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about this because it's popular on your podcast. Sexual pleasure.
I thought we weren't going there, Tom.
Eating ass and smoking weed.
Well, no, it's about pleasuring. If you're selfish,
Wheat's legal now. I might try it. Go ahead.
you should. I've never had it before.
No.
So yeah, if you can do something for somebody else, I don't expect anything in return at all. like Steve's saying,
He's a
giver
giver.
versus a taker.
He's a giver.
Absolutely a giver, and it gives me the plus, the positive euphoria myself to give somebody that pleasure.
And
Now, what if
realistically, like 9 times out of 10, the guy's gonna get there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like,
9
you're gonna
10
get
times out of
yours.
10.
You know what I mean? Like,
If
you're gonna
doing
get
it,
yours.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
why not give them theirs?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 30 seconds, I'm done. She's like, let's go again. I'm like, nah.
He's like, you know what? I gotta work
See,
tomorrow.
that's your problem.
I'm joking, Dick. Anyway, so
No,
You're
if,
choking
if it
dick?
comes to
fuck you. And what if I was? Would
If
there be a
you-
problem with that?
No, I love you.
if you get to the point where you get off when she gets off and it's it and it's done, it's final, you've succeeded.
Okay, so back
If
to the like ass eating thing and like making your significant other feel great. So like, what if it made her really fucking get going if she ate your ass? She's like, that's the one thing that really gets her like ready to go.
it is what it is. Like people have said in the past on your podcast, there are stimuli in that area.
You're sensitive. You have
That's stimulus plural.
yeah, it is.
There are different
Neanderthal.
things that you can do to your regions, no matter
I didn't
what
think
it
this
is.
episode was going to go here. So
Well, no, it's. I mean, we talked about this.
Sid and I talked about this after your episode the other day. She listened to the whole thing.
all right. So
Right.
like, if Sydney it got her going to eat your ass, you'd be like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. But the thing is, it's not.
Why?
Like
But
that.
like, but like at the same time, why would that bother you?
I don't know. It's just uncomfortable in this.
But it's not.
It's
like
not like you're
that.
taking a
right
thing all up in there.
What if it made her really excited to stick a dildo up your ass?
So the other thing is,
There's limits. I'm good with that. No.
Oh, she can stick her tongue in there, just not
so
a
the
dildo.
other thing is,
Well, eating ass and sticking a tongue in an ass is different.
And a dildo in the ass is
Do
way
you-
different.
Right.
do you believe
major
that
leagues.
when you're having some sort of sexual interaction with the person that you're with, that things change in your mind? Like, you may not right now think that that's a good idea, but when you're in the moment,
There's a thing.
all that shit
You know what
changes.
this is called? You're doing stuff then, and then when you're done, you're like, oh, wait a minute. What did I just do? You know what this is
Right.
called?
Regret?
Nope. Well,
Regrets.
it's PNC.
Huh?
Post nut clarity.
Oh my god, that's like when I jerk off and I get really sad. I'm like, oh my god, why did I just do that?
Literally.
I know that's a real thing. They
that-
say that's real.
No, it's like,
is.
but that's what I mean. That's what he's saying. Like
Yes.
in the moment, your brain isn't working like.
I get what you guys are saying though, because like when there's someone you like care about, you've been in a relationship for a while. Like I've been in a relationship for a couple of years. Like you try new things and stuff like that. So I get it. You're comfortable with that person. But me as a single person, like if I'm at the bar and I bring someone home, they're trying to lick my ass, I'm gonna punch her in the face.
Think about this. I've been with Sid since she was 18.
Yeah.
I was 20.
And I've been
What's your
with
point?
Kelly for
Oh yeah,
That's
you're
a
just
long
comfortable
time.
with each other. Yeah, yeah.
it's
That's
the
a long
longevity.
time.
I get it.
I mean, we've gone from fresh. Like she was right out of high school. I have been out of high school for like 2 years. I'm gonna be 29 in a month. Like we're, you know what I mean? Like we've been together. Our entire 20s, we were together.
You're
And
comfortable.
they're in love.
well,
we're married.
That's good.
We're married.
I can honestly say I am in love.
Yeah, no.
Throw Steve right under the bus.
Listen.
He's like, oh, that's how you feel. Well,
Listen, when you're married, you love the person even when you hate them.
do you guys ever fight?
That's not
Yeah.
true.
What do you fight about?
Dumb stuff.
Okay.
Well, like no, it's stupid stuff. Like the dumbest shit. Like not even laundry, but like something like that on that scale. Like
have
bicker. So you don't fight,
yeah,
you
no,
bicker.
you bicker. Yeah, we don't have fight. There's no fights. Like there's not.
There's no physical altercation.
It's a team. You guys
No,
are a
she's
partnership.
only punched me twice. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but like
How many times you hit her though?
literally like 10. No, I'm just kidding. No, she beat the shit out of me. You kidding
Oh
me?
my god,
she's terrified.
I would never want to see her fight.
No, but it's like
Her and Kelly
like
both
you said,
actually.
like bickering. No, Kelly would be terrifying. Also, they're on the same page. They're little, but they're scary.
She hits like a strong girl.
No, but it's bickering. There's difference.
Yes.
When you're in high school or when you're in a younger relationship, like you fight. You have these big blow up fights. There's little nitpicking things now. You're gonna get on each other's nerves. Of
course.
You know what I mean? Like I've literally been in the same house as this girl since 2014. That's 8 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Almost 24/7.
It's almost a decade.
We
Holy
work.
shit.
I know. We work together. We work from home. We're together 24/7, except for when I'm traveling. Like you're gonna get on each other's nerves.
Who wears the pants?
100% her.
I don't wear pants.
He doesn't. He wears shorts.
Good answer. For
No,
both of
100%.
you.
It's not even a pants. Like it's a respect thing.
Yeah.
Like yesterday when you were like, "Hey, can you come over?" It wasn't that I needed her permission. It was
I-
I want to make sure.
I gave you shit for that too.
You did, but it's funny. Like, and I can take that.
He's
I
like,
don't-
yeah. He's like, let me check with Sid, and I'm like, what I say, whipped or something?
Yeah, you go, oh, I didn't know you were whipped. I thought you wore the pants in that relationship. I go, that's never been the case. But it's not even that. It's I want to make sure that I didn't commit to something with her beforehand that I had forgotten about. Like tomorrow, we're going to the ice castles up in Lake George. If
Can I come?
Yeah, it's fine.
I work tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
You're
locals
weird.
day.
Just calm down.
Neanderthal.
I want to be the third wheel.
You need to figure out how to make a fourth wheel. Wheels don't work unless there's 4.
Have you seen a tricycle?
This is the Garage Boozing Podcast.
Anyways, yes,
I get what you're saying.
we're in love. When you're married, you love a person even when you hate them. So even when you're the absolute maddest at them, you would do anything for them.
Okay, so we can agree that we wouldn't just let some random person just lick your ass.
you wouldn't.
You got to be
wouldn't
comfortable
do
with the
that.
person.
Yeah, yeah. It
It's-
wouldn't be the first time.
No,
ever.
yeah, no. It's a comfort thing. It's a try new things thing. It's a again whatever. It's your wife. Like
Right.
if she's like, hey, I want to try this.
Well, I mean, go
She wears
to-
the pants. You can't
It
say
well,
no.
no, it goes two ways. It goes
Right.
both ways. So like you expect the same from her. If you're like, hey, I want to try this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's a balancing
Right.
thing. If you say no, why would she say yes? That kind
Right.
of thing.
All right, what do
I
you
have 2 things to add to it. 2 completely different things. So one, I forgot.
One's a tongue.
No.
All right, so 2.
No. When you're not having an altercation, when you're not fighting at all, when things are just so copacetic, where you're just like, and it's just
Big word.
yeah,
Means good.
yeah, right.
Why didn't
So
you
if
say
you're-
things are good? Why didn't you
Because
just say
I
that?
said the word that was in my mind. It came out my mouth.
Oh, Franklin Pierce, big dick.
So, anyways, when you're too good and there's no fighting at all, I feel like that's the worst part.
Yep.
And so I've been in 2 marriages, 2 relationships, 2 solid relationships, 10 years, 8 years. So I can tell you that the longer relationship that ended poorly, it got so comfortable, it got so bad where I was like, we didn't do anything. There was like a lack of sexual chemistry. There was a lack of personal chemistry. We had separate schedules. We didn't fight. That's the thing. We should have fought, but we didn't fight. And when
you
something
don't care at
happened,
that point.
right?
It's
When
gone.
something happened where we should have fought, it was like,
Yeah.
oh well,
It's not worth
yeah.
it. Nah.
And that's when you know that it's not okay.
Right.
And the relationship I'm in now, we may
The
bicker,
marriage you're
like,
in now.
Yeah, the marriage I'm in.
You have
I'm
a
in
cool
now.
wife. I love your wife.
Right.
Shout
Yeah.
out Kelly. Homie.
out.
So yeah, so Kelly and I, we may argue once in a while, and people have seen us, like bickering and arguing. You've seen it.
It's a
You-
normal relationship.
Right. You've seen us at our worst. This is early in our relationship. You've seen us at our worst, but we make through it.
Was that the graduation party?
Yeah, yeah. It was bad. But the thing is, we didn't care about each other that much.
It was
at
her
that
fault.
point in time.
If she didn't drop her glass at the bottom pole, you would have never punched a telephone pole.
I
It was
would've
a
never,
mailbox.
Right. Well, no, I
No,
did
that
both.
was before the party started.
Busy night.
So you have to have that conflict. You have to have the pros and the cons. You have to have that electricity to understand who you're dealing with. And like they say, negatives attract.
Yep.
Or
Opposites.
Opposites attract.
not negatives.
Opposites
It's
attract.
not negatives. Yeah.
Neanderthals.
I feel like you got to argue.
Neanderthals.
Jesus.
We attract.
You got to argue a little bit, I feel
Right.
like.
Yeah. Well, you absolutely do, because if you both are going the same direction, it just gets stale. And you have to have that excitement in your life, and it's great.
And if you don't argue or you don't feel like there's a reason to argue, it's not worth it.
Right. And the other thing that I was going to bring up, the second thing that I remembered, is why would you ever? So here's the other thing. I've always been in some sort of serious relationship where I've been like with somebody for a while before I've actually done something extremely sexual with
Like
them.
let them lick your asshole.
I'm talking about just sex in general.
Right.
So like I've never had that experience where I don't know if that's the Tinder stuff, the after
one-night
effect.
stand.
Right.
Right.
I just don't. I've never.
You're going to tell me you've never
experienced
had a
that.
one night stand?
Nope. There's never been a person that I've slept with one time. I've never had a one night, one day.
And congratulations to you. But the thing is, if you had that one night stand esque person,
Are we actually, like, this is okay to talk about?
it's
Sid-
fine. It's fine.
Sid and I talk about this all the
before-
time.
Yeah, this is before.
And she won't be mad?
She doesn't listen to it.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, you have the people that you care about and you have the people you don't care about. The one-night stand people are the people you don't give a shit about.
No.
So why would you let them, a.k.a. lick your asshole, why would you let them do stupid shit like that? And that you've had in the past people say, boyfriend sex versus one-night stand sex. Boyfriend sex is better. Why? Because they care. They care about you and they care about the end result.
Right.
I care about what my partner is like. If I had any more than just this weird one night, if I went to a bar and brought somebody home, which I've never ever done that, it's strange. I've never been able to just do that because it's weird. It's like you bring somebody home, you're drunk, they're drunk, you're not going to remember
And all
shit.
bets are off. That's like,
Well, no,
what do you
you're
mean?
not going to remember shit, and you don't care how you perform?
Well,
Well,
no,
not
because
only that,
all I
like-
care about is me as long as I'm done.
And
See,
that's the
that's the
problem.
thing.
Well, that's the thing
Give
for
her a taker.
bringing someone home from a
Give her
bar.
a taker.
And my
I can't-
girlfriend's way different. If I had, like, I'm in a relationship, way different.
But I wouldn't be able to do that.
But see the way my brain always works with it too. Like, again, granted, I've been since I was 20, so I
Right.
never had to go out to a bar and bring somebody home thing.
Right.
But like,
But the opportunity, if the opportunity were to exist,
my
and you weren't-
brain works of, is this one night? Is this one night of fun worth whatever could happen?
I get
right,
it.
You know what I mean? Whether it's
right. Pregnancy,
a pregnancy, whether it's a disease, whether it's
Yeah, who wears a condom anymore?
is that
Yeah.
one night worth that?
It's
when you
absolutely
could
not.
just, you know what I mean? Like Sid and I have been together again, like I said, 9 years.
right?
I've had great times with Sid.
Right.
I didn't have to bring her home from the bar.
No.
Homegirl's in bed at 6. I don't gotta get her from the bar. She's never going to a bar.
But the thing is, like, you will have your own things and you do your own things.
As she works
and
at a bar.
It is what it is.
She does. She does. She works
Brewery,
at, she works
brewery.
at a brewery.
Tap room.
Different.
Yes,
Classier.
correct.
Yeah.
You know, when you're with somebody and you care about them and you really have a good time with them and you're going to spend the rest of your life with them, you will do anything with them.
Yeah.
But
It's
the thing
different.
is, with me and with Steve, it's a
Not me, because
it's
I'm
a
the single one
It's
here.
a give. Well, no,
No, it's a giver versus taker.
You're a taker
We're
for
givers.
now, and I'm a giver. Steve's a giver. It's a
Because you care about the other person you're doing things
Speak
with.
of the devil.
but it's not just caring about the person. Like, I know that Kelly cares for me.
Right.
And I know that she
okay,
do
what I
stuff
mean
for
is,
me
like-
too, but I know that I prefer allowing her to experience the utmost amount of
Pleasure.
pleasure. Sure.
no,
right. I want her to experience the most. And I'm always challenging myself to make it better and to increase the amount of pleasure and to do
I
different
feel like that
things.
happens
it's-
when you have a significant other.
And it's not even always just sexual.
No.
So like
Could be anything.
that text. That was, can you stop at Stewart's on the way home? I said, mint chip. She said, yes.
Ice cream.
She wants ice cream. That's it.
Right.
No.
No, it's
I'm
not. It's
I'm
not
a
whipped.
caring
It's
person.
in a container.
I'm
It's
a
not-
caring person.
I was joking. Caring husband.
I do shopping before I get home and I'll put it in the fridge and she's
Yep.
like, "Oh, thank you for getting this
It's
stuff."
the little
It's the little
things.
things.
It's the
Yeah,
little things.
It's
all right,
not
so
about, it's not
fuck
about
all
flowers.
this.
It's
All
not
right,
about
go
weird
flowers.
stupid
Yeah,
shit.
okay. You fucking.
Flowers die.
I get what you guys are saying.
Mint
Makes
chip
sense.
never dies.
Back to Stranger Things. Upside down. Are you ever afraid to open a vortex?
No. Because okay, so way back, I forgot we were talking about this. Way back, I said I was talking to Nick Groff. Okay, so we've been in TV paranormal for 20 years. Okay, he brought up this topic, and we kind of branched out on it a little bit this year. Of what if, in certain times and in certain locations, we're the ghosts? Okay, so you think about this: a residual haunting. Okay, so that's just leftover energy. It's not necessarily like an intelligent spirit. A residual haunting is like a tape player or a video playing itself over and over again. It's going to happen whether you're there or not. It's like a memory almost trapped. Okay, who says you have to be dead for that to happen? I've put hundreds of hours into the Saratoga County homestead, blood, sweat, and tears. People have experienced my face. They've seen me walk down hallways. They've heard my voice when I wasn't up there. So that's a residual type
that's
haunting.
creepy.
I've imprinted myself on this building.
But is
So-
that another dimension?
So that brings me to sometimes I think intelligent hauntings may be like a time slip dimensional thing. So, for example, one time I was at Rolling Hills Asylum in Western New York. There was 3 of us walking down a hallway at like 3:30 in the morning doing a final check of the building. We heard an elderly man yell hello, clear as day, out loud from the end of the hallway. We stopped. We kind of looked around. One of my friends said, "Oh, I think that was from down there." As he said that, it yelled hello again from the end of the hall. We caught all of this on audio, so it's pretty cool. He yells hello back. So I'm like, I yell hello. I'm confused. I think somebody's hiding down there during the end of the tour. Tour. And so we walk down there. We check all the rooms upstairs, downstairs. There's nobody down there. We catch another voice. Same time we heard it, we couldn't make out what it was saying, but we played it back, and it sounds like it's saying, "I hear somebody. What are you doing here?" So the tone in his voice is what gets me. It sounds just as confused as we do. So it was almost like this guy could hear us and not see us, and we could hear him and not see him. So it was almost like a time slip or an interdimensional.
Kind of like Notebook. You ever seen the Notebook?
I have.
So like where they're like writing letters to each other and not in the same like.
Correct. So it's like,
Sure, we'll go with that.
it's like, what if it was 3:00 in the afternoon in the middle of July, and this guy was standing there and he heard somebody walking down the hallway, but he didn't see anybody, so he's like, hello?
And he could have been completely alive in a different dimension.
Well, he
Very
could have been
confused.
in the
Shit.
past
Exactly.
or the future.
Right.
Because we don't know
We don't know how it works.
if we're in the past or
Right.
the future.
Right.
I'm glad you put it like that way. Fuck.
You know what I mean? So like, it doesn't necessarily mean interdimensional, like upside down, but it's like, what if there's these weird little interdimensional like time slips, past or future or whatever?
So
it
do you
is.
believe in like different dimensions? I feel like it has to, right? Like,
Dude, I believe in anything. Like
you until
except
you have
for-
a reason not
except
to.
for God.
Fuck you.
But
Like,
like,
no, that's true. If
I'm
you
sorry,
don't
God.
have a reason not to believe in it, then I mean, it's all open.
until somebody can prove to me one way or the other, I'm like, people are like, oh well, if you believe in ghosts, do you believe in aliens? Hell yeah, why not? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be dumb as hell for us to think we're the smartest things
Yeah, of
anywhere.
course,
First of all,
Aliens absolutely exist.
and there's this saying that either we're completely alone in the universe or we're not,
Well, we're not.
and both are equally as terrifying.
yes. Oh yeah, because imagine the amount of possibilities that are out there.
Right.
Even if it's something that's not as evolution or evolved as
Yeah.
we are.
There's
there's
something,
gotta
even
be
bacteria.
something.
Bacteria.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
wait.
had the perfect, the planet with the perfect opportunity,
Right.
and it created us.
But you think about how many things are outside of our galaxy,
Right.
Our Milky. You
well,
know,
we just
the
talked
Milky Way.
about
That's
that.
what I mean.
The solar system, the galaxy,
Right.
several galaxies
Yeah.
in the universe.
I always,
No
I
idea.
love how, again, I've actually seen this movie, Men in Black. I love
Yes.
how they represented it as a
Here
little,
comes
as
Men
the little
in Black.
ball on the desk, or the little people in the closet, or
Yes.
in the locker. You know what I
anything,
mean? Like,
yeah.
we could be literally somebody's little like biodome on their desk,
Right.
somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, we could be this big.
That's a great way of putting them.
Who
Damn.
knows? But yeah, I mean, overall, if your partner wants you to eat ass, eat ass. There's no such thing as God, and ghosts are real.
Jesus.
By the way, go Bengals.
Go Bengals.
Go Bengals.
Yes.
I'm all for the Bengals this season. So
Super Bowl party?
I'm already having one at my house.
Son of a bitch.
I didn't get an invite. So.
You're invited now.
I was gonna have it in my house.
Well, I mean that makes no sense. I'm the Bengals fan.
I know, but I just wanted to have people over.
Oh wait, do you know what makes sense?
What?
The U.S. Mint.
Hey, nerds, please don't forget the #1 way to support the brand. Buy some merch. We've got hats, hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, and it's all available to you at www.garageboozing.net/shop. And don't forget to follow on all your favorite social media accounts as well as YouTube at Garage Boozing. And of course, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, whatever the button may be, to the Garage Boozing Podcast on your favorite podcast platforms so you can be notified as soon as a new episode is released.
Ladies, gentlemen, and nerds. Do you have what it takes to be a guest on the fastest growing, alcohol chugging, and nonsense talking podcast? Well, now is your chance. The Garage Boozing Podcast has new guests every week, and you could be one of them. Just simply log on to www.garageboozing.net, click the Be on the Show tab, and submit your information. It's that simple. Join the boozement, or be a loser. Don't miss your chance, because we're taking this to the moon.